Average Woodsman here, back with another video. So we've been finally getting some nice weather again here in Florida. So I figured I'd get out, do some camping, do some hiking, do some bushcraft, all that fun stuff. And in the process, I have been testing this pack that I just got. This is from Hill People Gear. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Hill People Gear. I like all their products that I've tried and tested. They probably make some of the best products on the market, like packs and gear bags and things like that. So I'm out here testing this one. This is the Tarahumara. It's a small pack. It's like a day pack for most. I would say probably a day pack for most people. For me, I can stretch it out to like an overnight. Even it has a 72-hour kit if I absolutely had to. It's not really what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be more of a day pack. I think it's a really good emergency bag to carry. Or like a day pack if you're out hiking. It's just about the right size. It's 16 liters, so it's a little bit smaller than what most people would consider a day pack. But for me personally, I'm a huge fan of smaller, lightweight, less gear. I don't need a whole lot of gear. I live in Florida. Generally speaking, days like this, mornings like this, where it's 45 degrees outside, this is super rare. We get this a few times a year, maybe a couple weeks total, 3 weeks, 4 weeks total for the entire year, and it's not super common. So having a big, gigantic ruck full of sleep systems and lots of gear is just not necessary for me. So a pack like this is perfect for me 98% of the year. Now, there are those cold nights where it gets down below freezing here, and I definitely carry a larger pack for those times, especially if I'm doing a lot of camping or if it's during hunting season and I'm out for multiple days out in the woods hunting. But for most of the year, this is a perfect size pack for me. Even if it's cold out, I can still use this backpack as long as I'm dressed appropriately, and it can just be a day pack. So I kind of just want to talk a little bit about the pack, go over some of its features, how I have it set up, and close out the video. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is the pack. Like I said, it's small, it's compact, it's made out of 500D Cordura like the rest of their gear. I prefer, personally, after using, I couldn't even tell you how many packs over the last 15 years or however long I've been really into bushcraft, survival, outdoors, all that kind of stuff. When I was a kid, my dad would take me to the Army surplus store in Pinellas Park, and we'd go there, and he would buy. That's where we buy our wool blankets. That's where we buy a lot of our gear. As I got older, I was able to start investing in my own gear, and I've used a lot of backpacks, and I found that 500D is probably the best balance between really good durability, but still lightweight enough and not so rigid that it's uncomfortable to wear. A pack like this cannot weigh very much, but still be extremely strong, which is, that really good balance. I like the way this pack is set up because it's just one large zipper. There's nothing else to this backpack. You have these two side pouches, and then there is an area right here where if you wanted to put maybe a water bladder. I probably wouldn't put one because it's not a whole lot of space, but maybe you could put a water bladder there, or if you wanted to put maybe some sort of divider, like a plastic sleeve in here to give you a little bit more rigidity back here on the back. But there is this back here, this little pouch. I don't know if you guys can see that. But other than that, it's just one big pocket. I like stuff like this because I have other pouches that I have for my kits. So I'll have certain items in one pouch or certain items in another pouch. I like to separate things inside the backpack. I don't like to have a bunch of external pouches attached to my packs. I don't like to have a bunch of separators and different types of things that are attached to the pack. I like to change things out. That's why I like the systems where you can just Velcro things inside the pack. So that way I can take that out if I don't want that in the pack anymore and put a different one in. Or I can add my own admin panels and things like that inside the pack. That's just the way I like them to be designed, and that's why I like Hill People gear, because it's a lot of this. They don't have a lot of that kind of stuff built into it. You can add it inside. So on the outside, like I said, there's 2 pockets here for a water bottle. I just have my Grail with my nesting cup. Every time I show that I just have this, people always say something to me about how that's not enough water. Guys, I live in Florida. We trip over water here. It's everywhere. There are lakes, creeks, there are ditches, rivers. There's just water everywhere. You have ponds. It's everywhere out here. And it rains a lot. We get a lot of rain. I don't have a problem carrying water. I can carry water inside here, and as I find another water source, I'll just fill it back up. I can rehydrate, and then I can just carry water inside here. Also, I have a nesting cup, a stainless steel nesting cup, if I want to boil water. And I've boiled water in this nesting cup before. I've cooked in this nesting cup. It works just fine and allows me to carry less gear and not have so much unnecessary gear that I don't have to have so much on my back. You know, during the summer months, a lot of times I'll carry like my really large Nalgene because it's so hot and so humid, and you know, I'm sweating profusely. But yeah, just like all the Hill People gear packs, it has in my opinion, the best yoke system. This is so comfortable. The way that it rides on your shoulders, it's fully adjustable, and they actually have a little card that comes with it that tells you where you want this to ride, you know, on your shoulders. So super comfortable. You know, thing's still pretty new. I've only had it for maybe 3 weeks to a month, and I've only used it a few times now, maybe 5 times. So I haven't got to use it a lot, but it has good padding back here. It's not uncomfortable. I don't have a lot of gear in here. This weighs maybe 8 pounds. It has this one major pocket here in the front where it has everything inside. I have all my gear inside here. On the outside, I just have some duct tape, and that's really pretty much it. I'll probably eventually do a kit bag, you know, go over what I'm carrying in this thing, because every time I do a video like this on a new bag or a new kit bag or something like that, people want to know what's inside. I'll probably do a video on that eventually, but other than that, it has a sternum strap. It has no waist belt. This is a small pack. You're not going to want to overload this with a lot of gear, because it's not really that type of pack. It's not a load-bearing pack where you're going to want to have a lot of stuff inside of it weighing it down. You don't want this to weigh 15, 20 pounds, 25 pounds. This is supposed to be super lightweight, easy to carry. This would be a good pack if you're someone who likes to do a lot of biking, a lot of day hiking, and you want something that's durable, that doesn't have a ton of gear, but it's just kind of perfect for that. And so this woodland camo color is not something that's like a normal production color. They do like these small production runs for woodland. It's one of the reasons why I jumped on this pack. I've been eyeballing it for a while. As you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, I like Hill People gear. I've had their stuff on my channel for years now. As I slowly buy them, as stuff I like, stuff, you know, that I want to try. When I saw they were doing one for woodland, for the woodland camo, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and jump on it. So if you want to buy it, you better buy it now, because they only do these. There's a really rare, and they're only for specific packs. Like this one, I think, was for this one and the Aston 3. So it's not like they'll just do one woodland for all of their packs at the same time. It's generally like they'll do one for this one for this one, and it'll be these small production runs. So I like woodland camo. It's one of the coolest patterns. It reminds me of my childhood and watching like the old school movies from the 80s and early 90s. So anyway, let's go ahead and so that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to kind of go over the pack, what I think about it, my first impressions, kind of like the size of it and everything like that. If you want to go look at the pack directly and look at all the specs and all the different ones they have, all the different colors and stuff like that, I'll put a link down in the description of the video. Other than that, you know, so far so good. Just like all Hill People gear that I own, I love it. I'm sure it's going to turn out to be an excellent pack, like the rest of my Hill People gear, stuff that I own. Anyway, if you like these videos, remember to like, subscribe, share them with your friends and family. Be safe, stay dangerous, and I'll catch you on the next one.